Hello and welcome. In this video, I will show you how to install one of my favorite retro games called Slapfight. So to install this on your Raspberry Pi 400 Retropie, first you will need to have a Retropie OS already installed. And if you wanted to know how to do that, you can watch my previous video. So you also need to have a USB stick. You can use 8 gig or 16 gig or whatever. We don't need that much space. So you need to stick this into your computer. So just plug it to your computer. And once it's plugged in, create a folder called Retropie inside the USB stick. So once you've created the Retropie folder, you just eject your USB stick and then unplug it. And then go and plug it into your Raspberry Pi 400, and then make sure you already have your Retropie micro SD card inside here. I already got mine inserted here, the micro SD card, which is here, containing Retropie. So you can watch my previous video on how to set up Retropie. And what you do is you boot up your Raspberry Pi 400 into Retropie and do the necessary settings. And I've already got my PS2 clone game controller connected to my Raspberry Pi 400 using USB. So once it's booted up, your Retropie will create some folders inside your Retropie folder of your USB stick. So just give it about a minute for it to create those folders, and then shut down your Raspberry Pi 400. After that, take out your USB stick and stick it back into your computer. So I'm going to do that now. Now it's plugged into my computer, and if you open the folder, Retropie folder, which we created earlier, it will be populated with 3 subfolders. And in the ROMs folder, you will see some subfolders created for some of the emulators. So what we are going to do is download the ROMs, the Slapfight ROMs, and put it in some of these folders. Alright, so the first ROM, I'm going to download 2 versions of Slapfight. One is a UK version, the other one is a Japan version. So for the UK version, head over to this website and this website here, and download Slapfight, this one. You may need to navigate to SZ category and then download Slapfight. So when you click on this, you will download the slapfigh.zip file. The name of the file is slapfigh.zip. Hope you can see that over here. There you go, slapfigh.zip. And then you copy this file, slapfigh.zip, and put it in your ROMs folder of your USB stick. Go to the ROM for MAME-Libretto, this one, and dump it here. Sorry, this is the Japanese one, sorry. The Japanese one should be dumped into FBA here. Right, so this version that you download called Slapfight, spelled with FIGH, is a Japan version. So you should put it in FBA. Do not put it in here. If you put it in MAME-Libretto, it won't work. There will be an error, hardware error. So you need to put it in FBA here. No need to unzip it. Just dump the whole zip file in there after downloading it from here, this link. Alright, so this is the Japan version under FBA. The next version is the UK version. For the UK version, you head over to this link and download the UK version. So I lost my internet. That's okay. Anyway, after you have downloaded it, the name of the file is slapbtuk. Slapbtuk. And take a closer look. There you go. And you should put it in this folder, MAME-Libretto. Alright, so now you have two versions of the Slapfight. The UK version, you put it in this folder, and the Japan version, you put it in the FBA folder, which is here. This is the Japan version. Alright, so you have two versions. Next, you should eject your USB stick. So I'm going to eject it now. And then unplug it from your computer. And head over to your Raspberry Pi 400. So we'll go to the Raspberry Pi 400. And insert it into available USB slot. So over here I'm going to plug it into, the only slot I have left is let's see, alright, I only got one slot left, which is this one. So I'm going to plug it in here. Okay, so I'm just going to plug it in here like that. Then I'll fire up my Raspberry Pi 400. So let's do that now. I'm going to connect my Raspberry Pi 400 to the HDMI cable first. My monitor with HDMI cable. And then alright, so my HDMI cable is got this kind of adapter, as you can see. So this adapter is a HDMI to VGA, because my monitor has got a VGA connector like this, and then the other end has got two legs like this. One is for the audio, and the audio is connected to my speaker. Can you see this? It goes to my speaker, and here the other end I'm using an adapter, this kind of adapter, right? Stereo to mono, and just plug in like this, and then put it into my guitar amplifier like so. That is the audio part. Alright, and then the other end here is a HDMI, standard HDMI, which I will plug into my micro USB adapter from my Raspberry Pi. This is a micro USB adapter. One end is a micro HDMI, and the other end is a female HDMI. Right, so I'll plug this into this, and then the other end into my micro HDMI socket. So there are two. I'm using this zero, the first one on the right. This one, that's the one. Okay. And the other end of this, I will connect to my VGA cable, which goes to my monitor. My monitor does not have a built-in speaker. That's why I need to do it this way, so that I can have sound. If your monitor has got a built-in speaker, then you don't have to get this kind of adapter where you can have audio output, additional audio cable. So you can just use your HDMI cable for both audio as well as video. So after you plug that in, just fire up your Raspberry Pi 400 in the normal way, in the usual way. So I'm just going to make sure my 3-pin plug is turned on, and I press function, and I press the function key and the start button, press and hold both down and release, and you can see the light come on, right? And now my Retropie will fire up. Okay, just give it some time to fire up. Okay, now it's booted up. You can see this screen. So what you need to do is to go and do your settings for your game controller. So the default setting was to set this D-pad as the main controller for Slapfight, but it is difficult to control. So I've used the joystick instead to duplicate the functionality of the D-pad. So to do that, select the start menu on your keyboard. If you don't know how to set your keyboard for controlling input, you can refer to my earlier video. So over here, just move down to configure input, press A on the keyboard to select, press yes to select, and then here it says one gamepad detected. One gamepad detected. Hold a button on the device to configure it. So just use your gamepad and press any button and hold it down. Then it asks you to define your D-pad. So for a D-pad, you can just use this as your D-pad, right? So I'm going to use my left joystick as a D-pad. Do not turn on analog. Remember, there's an analog button, don't turn it on. So now for a D-pad, just use your analog joystick. Do not use this D-pad on the top left corner. Use this one, alright? And then press up, and there you go. The next one is D-pad down, left joystick down, D-pad left, left joystick left, D-pad right, left joystick right. And then for the start, just press the start button on your controller, this one. Then for select, press the select button of your controller. Then for button A, press this one. This is east, follow the instruction. East is this one, north, south, east, west. So button A east is this one, press on this. Button B is south, this is south, right? So press this, button B. Button X is north, this is north, so press this. Button Y is west, so this is west, so press this. Left shoulder, I just use this one on top. This is left top, so I just press this left shoulder. Right shoulder, I use this one on top. Left trigger, I use the left bottom one here. Left trigger. Right trigger is this one at the bottom. Left thumb, I'm not going to assign anything. So if you don't want to assign anything, you just press two keys, any two, and hold. Press and hold. Then it will say not defined. Right thumb also same. Press two keys and hold. Then it will say not defined. Left analog up, I also not going to define anything because I'm not going to use the analog key. So you can just press anything. Press and hold. Press and hold. Press and hold. Press and hold. Right analog up, same thing, you can just press and hold. Press and hold. Press and hold. Alright, and then for hotkey enable, just press your select button here on the left. That's it. Sorry, I have to do for the right. Okay, for hotkey enable, just press the select button here and you're done. And then now for the OK, just press your A button, which is this one, and you should be okay. That's it. Just give it a second and it should be back. Alright, so now you can scroll down. You can use this joystick to scroll down and then press the A button and restart emulation. So press the A button here to restart emulation station. Will restart, again press one more time and there you go. Alright, so now you see this is FGA folder. If you use your joystick to move, MAME folder. Alright, so now if you want to select your FGA folder, you just move to the left until this is the center and then press this to start to select it, and you see this is your Japan version of Slapfight. Alright, and if you want to play this game, just press this one more time, A, to select it, and it will start up your Slapfight emulation, your game. Alright, RAM check okay, ROM check okay, sound okay. And alright, so this is the notice. Just let it through, let it display, and your Slapfight is starting. Okay, hit on select here, select, and then now when you see this screen, hit on the start, which is this button here, start, this one, and it starts. To control, just move your left joystick up or down. To fire, press the A button. Alright, press the B button to fire. B button to fire. Alright, I don't know how I got there. Alright, let's start from beginning. Alright, it should be this. Go and collect the stars. To level up, when you see speed at the bottom, you want to acquire the speed, press 4. Press A button. Then you get the speed. Alright, so this button, the B button, is to shoot, to fire. And this A button is to level up, to collect to use whatever you collected. Left joystick is to navigate left and right. When you see this high score leaderboard, you can just press select to dismiss it. Then you just press again to dismiss it, and you are back to the first screen. To play again, just press the start to play again, and there you go. Okay, so to quit the game, you just have to press select and start at the same time. Both press and hold, and you quit the game. Alright, you want to go back to the main menu, press the B button. B button is here. B button, just go back to the menu, and you can select another emulator. So let's say I want to try MAME now. So I'll use the analog key, press to the right, get MAME, and then press the A button, this one, to select it. And now I got a choice to play the UK version of Slapfight. This is the UK version. Alright, okay, so if you put the Japan version in this MAME folder, it won't work. You get hardware error. I've tried it. That's why the Japan version needs to go into the FGA folder. Alright, but the Slap UK version, you can put it in MAME-Libretto folder. It should work. So I'm now going to try the Slap UK version. So let's give it a try. Push this thing down and select it, and press the A button to start the game. Alright, there is one warning for the UK version, but just ignore it, it still works. Don't worry. Alright, this is the England version. Alright, for this UK version, the keys are control are the same. The only thing different, alright, the control is left joystick go left and right. Alright, but here the fire button is the same, but the use or level up will be this one. Japan level up is this. UK version level up is this. Alright, so to start the game, press the select and then press the start. When you see the screen, hit on start. Alright, there you go. So the joystick, left joystick is to move, and the B button is fire. Then once you collect a star, use this one to use the whatever you collected. Alright, opposite from the Japan version. Japan version, fire is this one, but to use what you have collected, you need to press this one. For the UK Slapfight, to use whatever you have collected, you press this button instead. Alright, so just that's what you need to be aware of. Oh, okay, game over. Alright, so I hope you found this video helpful, and just go ahead and download your ROMs and have a good time. See you in the next one.